Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another AutoAudiography. This is episode 6, and this week I'm going to be talking to you about New Found Glory's Nothing Gold Can Stay. Okay, Nothing Gold Can Stay by New Found Glory. New Found Glory at this time. This is their first full-length LP. Let me show you the record. See, that comes out, and it's just a cutout there on the front of the album cover. And then we got pictures, more pictures, and a golden yellow wax here. Pretty fantastic. Just like Brandon, if you have been watching his videos as well, I really enjoy colored vinyl. Not that it makes the sound of the record any different, but it's just cool to have a different kind of product, I guess. Anyway, getting to the album. Like I said, their first full-length LP. Songs on here are Hit or Miss, It Never Snows in Florida, Third and Long, You've Got a Friend in Pennsylvania, The Blue Stare, Twos and Threes, Telltale Heart, Winter of '95, Passing Time, Broken Sound, Never Sometimes, and the Goodbye Song. So, Nothing Gold Can Stay, as pertains to my life. At the time that this came out, which was 1999, I didn't know about this band. I only found out about them through some work friends when I was working at the mall. I think everybody goes through that period in their life where they have kind of mall-type jobs. I was working at the movie theater and a shoe store at the same time. It was Vans Shoes, because I was a little skater punk kid. But my punk tastes were more along the lines of earlier punk rock at the time. I hadn't gotten into the pop punk type stuff yet. I mean, there were some albums here and there that were poppy, that I was into, Green Day Dookie, that you saw a couple videos ago. Kind of like the grandfathers of pop punk, like the Descendants. I was into them. You'll see a video on them later on. So I had those in my musical repertoire. But when I started working at Vans, we had these videotapes that we would play throughout the store. There was supposed to be TVs up that showed the videotape material, but we didn't have any TVs, so it just played through the speaker system. And there was a lot of pop punk bands that were on those tapes, and one of them was New Found Glory's Hit or Miss, which actually ended up being a single on their second album, which was self-titled New Found Glory. They took the A off the beginning of the name. And my friends who worked there, I had a friend Rick and a friend Neil who worked there. And actually my wife, then girlfriend, worked there as well. I took over her job when she left. Kind of a funny circumstance. But they were really into New Found Glory, or A New Found Glory. Trying to remember the name of the EP before this came out. I forget the name of it, but it was just an EP with like 5 songs on it. And the original version of this album came out, had a lot of movie clips, like sound clips, sound bites from movies that were mixed in the record. In the final product, those got taken out, I'm assuming for copyright reasons. But they were super into this album and ended up giving me a copy. So I got super into the album. And at that time, my friend Rick had a band that were doing some awesome stuff. We would go see them, and my friend Neil played drums, but never in a band. So we ended up starting one together, Rick, Neil, and I. Rick played guitar, or did he play bass? I don't remember. I feel like Rick played guitar, Neil played drums, Neil's brother played guitar, and I think somebody else played bass, and I sang. Now, the reason I'm having a problem remembering this is because in our band, we only played one song. And it was a cover of a New Found Glory's Hit or Miss. We had a few practices. We never did original stuff. We never played another song. We just played this song over and over and over again to the point where I got so sick of it. I wanted to do original stuff eventually. And I don't know that the rest of the guys wanted to. We actually called our band 2 Cents Worth. At least that was the name I came up with, and nobody else came up with another name. So it was never actually finalized before the band split up. But in our band, 2 Cents Worth, which you'll never see any video footage of, you'll never hear any sound footage of, because we didn't bother to record anything. Because, as I said, one song. We weren't even one-hit wonders. We were a one-song, miserable band. But at the time, it was just fun to have me and some of my friends just messing around and playing just for the hell of it. True, as I said, we only played the one song, and we switched instruments sometimes. And we played in Neil's parents' basement. I remember that. But it was fun. And we ended up, like, Rick got way more involved in his other band, which, good for him, because his other band was way better than we were. Neil still messes around on drums, but never got into another band after that. Neil's brother was a freaking genius on the guitar, so I'm assuming he did something else with his life, with his music, I hope. And then I did my solo acoustic singing stuff, which the extent of which you've seen on YouTube. So, but like when I listen to this record, that's all I think about is the first track is Hit or Miss. So every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh God, not this song again. But it's still really good. If you guys get the chance to check it out, you should. You might have heard it before. Like I said, it was their main single off of their second record, which there's slight differences in each version. I prefer this one, but you know, it's the same basic track. But yeah, that's pretty much what I recall in my life based off this album, was working at Vans shoe store and starting a completely miserable, failed cover band in my friend's parents' basement based off of one song. So thanks for watching. If you get the chance, go check out this album. It's super good. And I'll see you guys next time.